Hello, beautiful, beautiful, bright, precious souls. Hello and welcome to Ascension Love with Alice. I return to Yoni, and we are here today to do a weekly angelic insight. This is where we call in the angels, the guides, ascended masters, beings of light, the celestial realm that is of 5D and above, which means that they have transcended polarity. They are in unity consciousness, unconditional love. They are here to bring us all the divine guidance that we can receive in this moment. And we're going to be looking at the energies coming through from the week commencing Monday, the 15th of March 2021 through to Sunday the 21st. So in that space of time, we have the spring equinox, we have the sun moving into Aries. Depending on when you're watching this, you are probably around a new moon currently, so I hope you've been doing some manifesting with that new moon. And I hope you checked out the video that we did for the new moon that's happening right now. So do be sure to check out those videos. Do be sure to check out the equinox one as well, because that will be so powerful. If you are catching this before Saturday evening, Saturday the 13th evening, then please feel very welcome to join my Facebook group, the Isis Dream Temple, because we are doing a Zoom call on Saturday where we're going to be manifesting with this new moon energy. Now, the new moon in March is the last new moon of the energetical year, so it's super powerful, right? All that Piscean energy. So do feel very welcome to join that space. But for now, I want to get started on this weekly angelic insight. I'm so excited. I'm using Diana Cooper's new Archangel Oracle deck, so thank you so much for the kind soul that donated that. You guys, if you feel called, and you don't have to, but if you feel called and inspired to offer a gratitude exchange or a virtual tip, there is a link in the description box below, and there's also a gifting list. So thank you for the beautiful soul who gifted me these. It makes the readings a lot more interesting when I swap up the decks and see who wants to come through. But first we have Archangel Rokiel coming through. We've got Archangel Mary coming through. I love this already. Let's see, who else have we got coming in this week here? And I love that we've got Mary, because we've just, in the UK, if you're in the UK or Ireland, we have Mother's Day, right? And it was, last week was all about there's International Women's Day last week. There was Mother's Day in the UK. I know that's not for a little while yet for the other countries, but I find it fascinating that Mary is coming in here, so I'd love to see what she's bringing in. Are we working with 3 cards today, or are we working with 4? Let's see. We're going to split the deck and go to the bottom. Okay, and the base of it is, of course, Guardian Angel coming in so strong here. Actually, let's pop you there. So, this week, you guys, look at this wonderful energy coming in. We've got Rokiel, who is entering, who's all about, entering that that higher self, like being a light, really anchoring in your light. So that's coming in this week. We've got Archangel Mary, which is all about compassion, heart, love, right? That divine mother energy, right? And she was very present. She's very present around the new moon as well. So once again, if you've not seen that new moon video, and if you're watching this on, around, or before the new moon, do check it out, because it'll be so helpful. We've got Archangel Jeremiah coming in, which is all about learning from the past, right? And Guardian Angel here. So every one of us has a Guardian Angel that has been with us through this lifetime, through every lifetime, really. Loving us unconditionally, guiding our way, being there, just really shining a light within us. And they're always there for us to ask for help and guidance. But we have free will, so we can choose not to hear them, so we do have to invite them in. But I love that Guardian Angel is coming in here to hold the space for the week, because that would say to me that there is this massive growth occurring, there is this massive shift occurring, because for Guardian Angel to be at the bottom of the deck here, the base energy for the week is saying you're about to go through a timeline shift. So if you're seeing 1111, if you're seeing 444, if you're seeing repetitive numbers like that, you might be seeing 2222 as well, maybe 1515. That's a lot of change energy, that's a lot of gateway energy coming through. So I love that is entering in this space and time. Now let's see here. We've got Archangel Rokiel. What do you wish to say here? So this week is all about how we can create the foundations of being a really bright light. So actually moving into our higher service, moving into our soul mission a lot more so than we have done before, right? And the more our light shines brightly, and this is quite important, you guys, because the more that our light shines brightly, it will naturally illuminate some of the shadows around. So although our light and frequency may be getting higher and higher and higher, we may find, and Archangel Jeremiah here brings this up, we may find that there are contrasting situations, of equal push and pull to kind of wishing to show up so that we can release them, right? Release them with love, and Mary's coming in here to really help with that. So I adore that guardian angel is showing up here. I adore that Archangel Rokiel is coming in first and foremost to show us how we're starting the week. And Archangel Mary is just reminding us, you know, to really, I mean, oh gosh, look, I mean, when we look upon others with compassion, with love, when we listen with our hearts, beautiful souls, we really hear things that we wouldn't if we're listening from our ego, right? And the reason why this is so important, because Archangel Mary, you know, she shines through all of the Marys that walk this planet, all the other famous Marys that we're aware of. Archangel Mary has been shining through them, right? Helping them on their path, helping them keep their heart open. And she does come in an aquamarine color light. So if you're seeing orbs around, if you're seeing the reflections on your lenses of your camera and it's an aquamarine color, that's Archangel Mary offering you that unconditional love, completely enfolding you like the Divine Mother does, you know? But she's saying to open our hearts with compassion, right? And to really wrap others in love. So if you know, so every time you see someone, you know, bless them is what I'm hearing her say right now. This week specifically, everyone is being called to move into their higher timeline, right? Everyone will be working with their guardian angel this week specifically. And they always do work with their guardian angel, let's just clarify that. But specifically, it will be in order to ascend to a higher frequency, right? So do really bring love into the dynamic as often as possible. Whenever you look upon another, bless them, send them love. Whenever contrast may occur, send love out there, you know. Be that safe space where if there is contrast, if someone is being triggered by you, that it's safe enough for them to share that with you. You know, be that safe space, be that loving energy where it's okay for that to happen. Because when we get to the higher frequencies, that's how we work together, you know? We recognize that our own triggering points are our own things, right? Are our own shadows to illuminate, and we can have those conversations and help each other heal. And that's what this week is going to be about, you know? Archangel Jeremiah here is asking us to learn from our challenges, relax and trust. And what that can look like is that can look like a few kind of bumps in the road this coming week, you know? As we want to go higher and higher and be more aligned, more on path, we're going to be shown things that aren't aligned with that. Now, the fact that this week is the first week after that new moon, so new moons, you want to plant the intention, right? So whatever you've been manifesting for this new moon in Pisces, and like I say, if you're watching this before Saturday evening, and you Saturday evening UK time, 7 o'clock UK time, I'm holding a manifestation with the moon Zoom call. It's not recorded, it's going to be live and interactive. So if you're watching this before then, please feel very welcome to join in with that. We'll be doing that each month, so it'll be an honor to have you there in that space. But whatever the way that the moon works, because then the moon is going to start to wax this week, right? You know, start to show herself a little bit more. She's been reborn, rebirthed, right? New cycles are beginning. And what Jeremiah is telling us here is that, you know, we're going to be shown if there is anything that's actually blocking us achieving those manifestations, because that's essentially how the moon cycle works, right? That's essentially how our week works as well, is we're going to get shown, right? We're going to get shown what previously has been stopping us achieving those manifestations, right? So it's going to be a very powerful week in that regard, but definitely with Mary coming in front and center here, you know, this feminine energy is right in the middle of two slightly more masculine energies, right? So that middle of the week, it's like, how can we bring love into the middle of everything, right? How can we stay centered in love whilst the challenges and the walk in the higher timeline is kind of, you know, swirling around that? We must remain anchored in that love, compassion, and try and see others through the eyes of their guardian angel, right? Who loves you unconditionally, eternally and unconditionally, only unconditionally, you know? So do allow that love and that compassion to come through here. Let's see what's going to be challenging us this week, hey? Should we see what's going to be challenging us? Thank you. Yep, we've got that full moon in Cancer, we've got that new moon in Taurus, we've got new moon in Libra. Okay, so we've got a water, an earth, and an air sign coming in bottom of the deck. We've got don't let pride get in your way. Look at that. We've got Leo coming in. So the thing is that when we are stepping into our lights, this is quite important, you guys, so pay attention to this bit. When we're stepping into our light, when we've started doing a bit of work, there is a light worker trap. There is a trap here. right? And it's not one that we can't navigate. It's not specifically malicious or anything like that. But the trap is our spiritual ego, and this is why Leo is coming in here as the basis, because as a challenge, is that when we start to do a bit of work, right, and when we start to step into our power, step into our role a little bit more and more, right, we can start to get into that kind of, not complacency, what's the word you want to use, you guys? We can start to kind of get into a place of feeling like, because you've achieved a deeper understanding, that you're there, right? But that's not how it works, right? Ascending to a higher frequency, a higher timeline, it's not about knowing more, it's about knowing less and just being that divine channel, simply being that divine channel, to let the divine run through you, and recognizing that we are always continuously growing. If we were ascended beings, we wouldn't need a body, right? So this is just something that is going to come up a little bit this week. There may be a little bit of kind of, you know, what's the word? You know, a little bit of headbutting that may occur, a little bit of egos triggered especially amongst female energy, right? So we've got this feminine energy. So this is especially in the empath, intuition, light worker, light leader stage, for especially people that are kind of unfolding their heart a little bit and allowing that love to come in. That's why Mary is here to say, please stay in love, and please look upon each other, upon your brothers and sisters in love, because we may get triggered this week. We may allow our spiritual ego, which is very subtle. Spiritual ego is a very subtle aspect of the ego, where we think that because we are connecting with source and we can channel, that we can't still learn from one another, and they can't see something we can. And this is the really important thing, is that, you know, the divine is like a beautiful crystal. It's like, let's look at this angel aura quartz. What you may be picking up may be this facet of the quartz, right? But what someone else might be picking up is this bit here, and what someone else might be picking up is this bit here. And the thing is that it's not that anyone is wrong, right? It's just that it's a different side, a different energy that you're tuning into, a different aspect you're tuning into of the same source, right? So we must remember not to allow the spiritual ego to get, you know, to think it's my way or the highway type of thing, which can happen, right? It was happening a little bit last week for a few people that were messaging me saying they were experiencing this with people, with friends. And it's just to kind of let us know that, you know, it's okay. It's just, we just need to bring that love in. We just need to bring that love in to allow us to see ourselves through other people's eyes, and allow us to see them, you know, how does that work? Allow us to see them through see each other through the other person's eyes, essentially walk in their shoes. My words, I stumbled on my words a little bit then. That's okay. We may find challenges coming this week with, you know, anchoring in action and kind of progress. It may feel like there's a little bit of a block on progress, but do not worry about that. The thing that's going to be interesting is, because we are in the last week of the energetical year, before the sun moves into Aries, before spring equinox is here, it's the last week of really releasing what's been holding us back, really releasing what's been stopping us from going on to a higher timeline. But pair that with the moon, right, which is then in its waxing phase, you know, which is where the energy is gaining momentum. We may feel kind of like that pushing and pulling. We may feel that, right, in the middle of the week before the energy shifts into Aries by the end of it. So do know that, you know, it's okay. It's okay if that's happening. The subtle bodies, the emotional side of us will want to be moving forward, whereas the face of us, the action of us, the kind of like the masculine energy within us will still be releasing, right? It'll still be releasing and purging and clearing. So you're going to have that kind of it's going to be a bit of a juggling act, and that's okay. That's why Mary's coming in here with love. That's why Guardian Angel is coming in here with unconditional love. That's why we're getting told, you know, just watch the pride coming up. Let's just catch ourselves and love ourselves and give ourselves grace, and then we can give each other grace. But then by the end of the week, look at this. So we've got this balance coming in here, this new moon in Libra, which is this diplomacy. So once again, if this is in the challenges row, this could be like, you know, how can we have diplomacy on our challenges, right? And that's really where it interlinks, is because with Archangel Jeremiah here, about, you know, learn from challenges, learn from previous contrasts and conflicts, right? Really, we just need to bring balance to that. We need to bring an air of diplomacy to it. We need to understand that we both will have been triggered, right? Both parties will have been triggered and maybe acted not out of love on somewhere, in some way, shape or form. And if there is ever conflict or contrast, that has happened. So do not think that, do not think that we're always in alignment with divine love, because if conflict happens, then and something is coming up in your mind as we look at this, previous challenges, and kind of being diplomatic about it. If something comes to your mind, then there is something that does have a hold of you, which means that there is something that you responded to that was slightly out of love, and that's okay, because we all do that, right? We all do that. That's part of being human, and that's part of what this week is going to be about, releasing, okay? So really interesting energies coming through, really specific as well they're being this week, which is really wonderful. I'm very grateful about that. And you know what, you guys, if you are looking for any assistance in releasing any anchors, any cords, any healing, any quantum healing, or any angelic guidance where we can look into any dynamic or situation for you specifically, guidance session and quantum healing is still on reduction until the end of this week, until spring, okay? So if you are called to booking in a session, and the session doesn't have to be redeemed in this week, it can be in a couple of weeks' time, but if you purchase your session this week, it is still reduced in price, so that might be something that calls to a couple of people, as we really go through that last push before the new energetical year, and Aries is here and spring is sprung, right? So please feel very welcome to reach out to me either via email or through my Facebook page. On my Facebook page, Ascension Love is where all the services are anyway, so do feel very welcome to follow that page and like it. And if you're watching this, I know we're only midway through, but if you're watching this and you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, it'll be such an honor for you to subscribe and like this video if you're at least taking one thing away, right? Show me a like and write a little comment or pop a little emoji on there. It just really helps people catch the video, right? It really helps people see. It really helps people see the video that maybe haven't viewed this channel before, and there may be a wonderful guiding message for them. So if it calls to you, that is. This last row, we're looking at the final guidance here for the week ahead. How can we work best with the energies coming through to really maximize our timeline? So let's have a look. We've got Mugwort coming through. This is about a rite of passage. This week really is a rite of passage for everyone, right? This is what's going to determine how your 2021 goes. It really is, So allow that to come through. Mugwort brings a lot of divine inspiration. It brings a lot of clarity through in the sense of intuition. Timelines, I feel like timelines can kind of really merge and shift and adapt here. So Mugwort is bringing that through here. We've got Dragonfly coming in. Child transformation, magic illusion. So this is kind of like when we show love to a situation, when we lead through compassion and love and just choose to, like that phrase, the light in you is all I see. The light in you is all I see. If you live by that phrase, then you're really going to allow illusion to fade away, and you're going to be able to see through those veils. You're going to be able to see things in a higher perspective, and that's really going to help you be on your highest timeline. And guys, we all want to be on our highest timeline. Well, you would think, simply because that's where it's the most joyous, the most abundant, the most blissful. When we are on our highest timeline in alignment with our soul, guys, we have everything we need and more, so much more. It's when we resist that and when we do what we think we want to do from the ego, we kind of block things, right? And we've got daydream coming in here, right? That kind of allowing your mind to wander. We've got that awake dreaming where you can kind of visualize and allow thoughts, patterns, wants and desires, thank you, that's the word, wants and desires to come through. And when we kind of visualize that and stay in the emotion of it, especially with this coming in under the challenges and under the struggle to be diplomatic, really visualize what it is that you want, right? So anytime a challenge occurs, really allow yourself to find a place of love, right? Get within your heart space, right? And then actually visualize how this situation could be better. Visualize how it could be, visualize what the contrast, what clarity the contrast is bringing you. Thank you, guys. What clarity the contrast is bringing you. And you do that through daydreaming, through allowing your mind to just wander and just to be. We have purple, and the air elementals are enjoying that message. Can you hear them? Thank you, guys. We have purple coming in here as the base of the week, which is all about third eye clairvoyance. It's all about seeing through the veils. That's what this week is about. It's seeing through the veils, seeing the different timelines, allowing them to merge and to really be actively choosing with love, with compassion, with your guardian angel, co-creating with your guardian angel this week, choosing your highest timeline, and allowing them to show you, right? We're closing out the energetical year. Close it in a big, powerful way. Close it in a way that that you start next year with clear foundations, right? You start next year with clear foundations, because when the foundations are clear, right, there's nothing that's going to knock your structure that you're about to build. There's nothing that's going to interfere with the beautiful seeds you're planting. You know what I mean? So, beautiful souls, these are really incredible messages coming through. I hope that each one of you that's listening to this is taking something away from it, something positive, something constructive, conducive away from it, because they're really powerful messages for the week ahead. And like I say, if you're not yet part of my Facebook group, the Isis Dream Temple, please feel very welcome to join it via the link in the description box. Please do check out my Facebook and Instagram, which are also tagged down there. And if you are looking to get a little bit more clarity, receive a quantum healing. I work in the Akashic Records and the halls of a mentee, and I work with your guardian angels, and I work with your higher self and the realms of the archangels and star beings. And you know, it's very profound, right? Very, very profound healing work and timeline shifts that we do. So if you are called to that, please do reach out, right? Please do reach out. Yeah, and check out, sorry, I was just thinking, I was just listening. And do feel very welcome to check out the video that will be coming in a couple of days' time as well on the spring equinox, that beautiful, bright, gorgeous energy coming in. But let's just pull one final card to bid us all adieu and farewell. Let's pull a dragon card. Let me find the dragons. One final card for the week ahead. Angels, guys, ascended beings of light, what do you want to show us? Look at that, the Arcturus card. Gold, orange dragon from Arcturus. The Arcturians are some of the beautiful star beings that actually assist with the quantum healings as well. The Pleiadians and Arcturians do a lot of work with many different constellations, but I love that we've got the gold and orange dragons from the Arcturus realms, which opens you up for the knowledge for the new golden age. So this is actually really about, like, when we say you're going to be entering a higher timeline here, this is about you remembering the last golden age that we've had, you know, last Atlantis, remembering your skills of mastery, right? And carrying the energy, the light for this new golden age that we are creating right now, because it is creating that. And this is about you being that guiding light, right? This is about you being that guiding light. And we do that by shining brightly and clearly, okay? Brightly and clearly, not brightly and just a bit everywhere, brightly, clearly, anchored, and just beaming, sparkling, right? And we do that through healing, through recognizing ego, through loving, right? Working, co-creating with our guardian angel, and just facing every challenge that comes up with love, right? Seeing through the veil of it and allowing ourselves to co-create here. Look at this, co-create with guardian angel. Okay, beautiful souls, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here, and I'm sending you so many blessings. Have the best new moon on the 13th. To everyone that is on Intuition 101, I look forward to seeing you on Monday, the 15th. If you're not yet part of the Intuition 101 program, it's an on-demand course, but we are actually filming it live. So if you do wish to join that, it's only £44 for a 4-week course. But like I say, it's on demand, so it's a downloadable, replayable course, and it's really incredible, and it helps you connect with all of these beings, okay, really clearly, concisely, and really having clarity and knowing and trusting your path forward. So if that calls to you as well, just pop me a message. So much love. Have the best rest of your day. Mwah. Bye for now.